We're also having an interesting conversation on race and parenting, and for that we want to send it over to Michelle and Angela.
Thanks, guys. Here we have, for her Take 5 debut, Jenna Hanchard.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Of course, yeah, you have this series that people are already talking about, race and parenting, so we're glad that you're here to kind of debrief us on that.
Yeah, this is awesome. How did the project come to you? Like, how did you think about it?
So on Super Bowl Sunday, we got word of this woman. This woman had posted on Facebook, a mother in Edmonds, and she talked about what happened to her kids. And that's her son, Erwin, right there, and her daughter, Michaela. And they were out at a bar outside, kind of taking pictures in a very public area right off of Highway 99. And a woman came out with a bat and said that the owner didn't want inwards on the property. As a result, the kids go home, talk to their parents about it. The parents, obviously very upset, call the police. And right now it's still being investigated as a hate crime. But from that and from talking to her and really having discussions in our newsroom here in King 5, we thought, wow, this mother is having conversations with her kid about what it means to be a young black man in the United States, and her daughter, really, right? Because it's a conversation for both. And she said, you know, he can't wear a hoodie outside. These are things he has to be aware of because, as she says, he will always fit the description. And so what kind of conversation? And that's how that conversation sparked this race and parenting series.
And then it got broader than that. So who all did you include in these conversations? How were they structured?
It did. So right now we're starting off with 4. So we're doing black families, white families, Latino families, and Asian families. And this is by no means to say that all black, white, Latino, and Asian people think the same thing, right? And these families have different ideologies. But we did want to create a space where people could feel validated at the table and also feel like their truth could be validated and that they didn't have to defend that at the table. And so there are a lot of voices that we know that aren't at the table yet, and we want to continue and hopefully include them as the series continues. But tonight we are airing our first episode, which is the Black Families episode, and we do have 2 clips.
Yes, we're ready.
Yeah, awesome. So let's play the first one. It's some sound from one of the mothers.
Okay, perfect.
So my daughters are running around the house pretending to have super soakers. I panicked in my own home, because it looks like they are playing with guns and they're running around the house doing this to each other, and I was like, stop, and I panicked.
So that was mother, Cabby Albright. She's here in Seattle, and she talked about her kids running around with super soakers in their house, and that is something that they cannot do. Obviously, we know about the story of Tamir Rice, a young boy who was shot and killed by police, and that was something she had to warn her kids about. And she just felt frightened in that moment. And those are the conversations, right, that parents are having.
Oh, this is hitting home for me. I have these conversations with my girls. You cannot do this. You may see someone else do. You cannot do this. And that's sad. And you have something else to show us as well.
Yeah, so a second clip from the dinner. Second clip from the dinner that we do want to show you. Okay.
As a black man, I don't feel comfortable jogging down the street, and better not put a hoodie on and go jogging, right? Like, because if you're running, then you're either did something wrong or you're about to go do something wrong, right?
And do you think you'll have a conversation with your kids about that, with your 2 boys? I mean, because you have 2 black boys.
2 black boys. Go to the gym, son. Don't be running. don't be running in the streets.
I cannot wait to watch that. Okay, so it's on tonight?
It is on tonight. It's going to start at 9 o'clock, and then it's also going on Kong, and then air at 11 o'clock on King.
Okay, beautiful. Well, thank you so much for putting your heart and soul into this and being able to let us hear from all these different voices. This is the beginning.
That's exactly it. This is just the beginning.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you for having me.